Ethical decisions involve choosing I will that is faithful to my ethical core, and choosing I won't that avoids departing from my ethical core. Between what to do and what not to do is a bright line that separates the two. The decision can become more complicated when there is a conflict between two positives. For example, I have an obligation toward my spouse, but I also have an obligation toward my child. I may have to prioritize and choose which is more faithful to my ethical core. In some cases, I may be faced with having to choose between two negatives. For example, I may have to choose between laying off two good employees. I don't want to do either, but I'm faced with making a choice most faithful to my ethical core. Making an ethical choice requires willpower, grit, backbone, resolve, commitment, self-control, firmness of purpose, all depending on self-regulation. A talent that begins in infancy as children experience the brain workout of arousal, followed by responsive caring that calms them. As children grow older, willpower becomes the psychological strength to perform a difficult task. From deep inside us, we hear, "Keep going, keep going. You can do it. You can do it. Don't give up." Willpower enables us to overcome fear and fatigue to persevere. Exerting willpower involves a sequence of 6 elements. First, decide to commit to an action. Second, evaluate our choices. Third, trust ourselves. Fourth, calm our fears to find peace of mind and heart. Fifth, act. And finally, endure the consequences. In some cases, having willpower is to stand up to say no, to stand in opposition to forces that would undermine our self-respect. Having willpower means reaching out, sometimes finding common strength in our allies. To have willpower is to be someone, a person who recognizes one's strength to face and overcome fear and endure the consequences. As we put caring into action, we discover that our hearts are not made of ice. Instead, what we find is fire inside.